So you're thinking about dating again. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe you've done a lot of healing, or maybe you just woke up one morning and thought, okay, I think I might be ready to risk this whole emotional human connection thing again. Either way, before you re enter the wild, wonderful, sometimes chaotic world of dating, there are a few things I want you to know. Because dating in this chapter of life where you've already been through some stuff, I'm going to assume that's you, isn't about games or pretending. It's about clarity, embodiment, and emotional maturity. So let's talk about the top 5 things to know before dating again from a psychospiritual perspective. Hi, I'm Amy Rose White. I'm an integrative psychotherapist making videos on self-healing. So number 1, be clear. Clarity is kindness. Know what you actually want out of dating. If you're just lonely, curious, or craving connection after a hard season, that's totally okay, but name it. Say to yourself and others, if you're going to go out there, I'm exploring what I want right now, or I'm open to connection, but not ready for commitment yet. If you're ready for partnership, say that too. Be honest about where you are. Being honest about where you are doesn't scare away the right people. It actually attracts them. When you're clear, you stop wasting time trying to be what someone else needs, and you start showing up as who you actually are. So number 2, be ready for whatever that is that you've decided on. If a committed relationship is your goal, decide what healthy and fulfilling partnership means to you. Ask yourself, what would the healthiest version of love look like in my life right now? And just as important, what would my part in co-creating that look like? That's maybe different than what I've done or how I've showed up before. That means really being ready to take initiative. Whether that's scheduling dates, showing genuine interest, being authentic about what you're noticing as you get to know someone. No more passive waiting for things to just happen. Be decisive about your readiness for real connection. And have a vision, not a fantasy, but a grounded vision for what building a life with someone would look like for you. And practice how you would communicate that to someone. So, for example, that might mean, I'm noticing that I'm really excited to see you, and part of me didn't want to reveal that to you. That kind of vulnerability is what actually builds intimacy. Number 3, decide what you'd have to commit to in yourself. This is where dating becomes spiritual practice. Ask yourself, who would I need to become to sustain the kind of love I say that I want? Would I need to work on that vulnerable communication, on vulnerable authenticity, on holding eye contact, on regulating my nervous system during conflict? Real partnership asks for inner devotion. So before you commit to someone else, decide what you're committing to within yourself. That's how you're creating alignment between your desires and your capacity to meet them. So as another example, if you are committed to letting yourself be seen fully, you're going to have to practice that with you at home first. You're going to have to take some time to look in the mirror and say, okay, I see someone who's really scared right now. I feel the depth of desire for love, and I feel the fear of actually being loved the way that I want, and the loss that that could potentially create in my life. I mean that deep. If you don't take the time to do that for yourself, it's going to be super freaking scary when someone does that to you if you've never experienced it with yourself. And it will be very difficult to receive it. But more importantly, when someone doesn't meet you there, when someone's really surface level on the chop of connection, you'll know it because you've practiced seeing and feeling and being with your own desires, including the things that are uncomfortable about yourself. And when that is the case, then anyone that you meet is really competing with that depth you've already created within. So if you're someone who is watching this because you're a spiritual person on a self-healing journey, chances are you're not interested in just some surface level connection. You want deeply to be seen and known and felt and loved. And that requires actually knowing what that feels like with yourself. Number 4, be obsessed with showing up like someone you would approve of. So seriously, imagine your best friend starts dating someone new. They're kind, they're curious, grounded, reliable, they communicate well, and they make your friend feel seen. Wouldn't you be like, yeah, that's a good one? Be that person. Show up with steady, consistent energy. Respect boundaries, yours and theirs. Show appreciation for effort. Ask real questions. Notice something unique about them. Stay genuinely curious about who this person is, not who you want them to be, not some fantasy or idea or potential. Dating is not about auditioning for each other, it's about revealing ourselves to each other and then deciding, is that going to work for me or not, based on who that person is right now, today. That leads me to number 5, know your non-negotiables. Make your list of qualities that are absolutely essential for you. They might be things like integrity, actions and words line up, emotional maturity, playfulness, self-awareness, a willingness to grow, maybe a desire for family or kids, whatever they are, get really honest and clear about them for yourself. And here's the hardest part. You have to be willing to walk away if even one of those non-negotiables isn't there. That does not make you picky. That makes you loyal to your truth. And self-betrayal is the beginning of a terrible relationship. I promise you can trust your ability to tolerate the disappointment and move forward with your full, beautiful life if one of those things isn't there. When you trust that you can handle loss, you stop settling for half love and you become magnetic to the kind of relationship that actually matches your worth. So before you swipe, flirt, or say yes to that coffee date, no matter how you're going to meet people, take a moment to check in. Are you clear? Are you ready? Are you committed to showing up as someone you would date? If so, you're already more than halfway there to creating something real. Dating does not have to be some battlefield. It can be a sacred classroom for growth, honesty, and emotional maturity. So go with clarity, go with compassion. And remember, you are the safest person you can bring on a date. If this video resonated, give it a like, subscribe for more psychospiritual self-healing content, and share it with a friend who's thinking about dating again. You can do this. Your next chapter starts with clarity, courage, and heart. Until next time, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be at peace, and may you have health all the days of your life. Bye for now.